I figured it out on my own. I ain't no OG. I ain't nobody come and show me. And then one of one, I know that they can't clone me. On everything I did this on my lonely.
Hey boo, hey! Happy Feminine Fridays. I am Regal Essence. I am QueenTV. I am Life is a Love Goddess. I am Life is a Laidback Mom. I'm your ray of sunshine in the afternoon time. I'm your crystal healer and dealer, and I'm your past life princess. Hey boos, hey. Alright, so I'm going to try to film this video, and I don't want the air to be on in the background, y'all, so I got to fill this joint fast, because if not, I'm going to be sweating. So, hey boos, happy Feminine Fridays. I am so excited to bring you guys this message. So today I want to encourage my Divine Feminine Collective. I want us as Divine Feminines, I want us to show up for ourselves authentically every day. I want to encourage my Divine Feminines to be your own biggest cheerleader. What does that look like, right? What does it look like to show up for yourself authentically every single day, right? I think that is like one of the key elements to like true happiness. Because in this society, oftentimes we show up a certain way, right? And I know one of the most life-changing things that I did was to ask myself the question, what mask am I wearing, right? I actually went to like a self-actualization conference, and one of the speakers, she asked us to ask ourselves, like, what mask do we wear, right? So I'm asking you guys, I'm gonna challenge you guys. I'm sorry, y'all, I gotta cut this air on. So I hope y'all can't hear the fan too much in the background. But I want to ask you guys, what mask do you wear? Huh? Like, what things do you put on for other people? Because it's how, either number one, how they see you, right? Or what things do you put on because you feel as though, sorry y'all, my phone just be doing what I want to do. What things do you put on because, number one, that's how people perceive you already. Or number two, it is the way that you feel as if you should show up in the world. Once you get behind the mask and you realize how it is that you show up in the world, and is it authentic or not, right? And then you have to determine, okay, so if this is not authentic, like if this is not authentically me, this is just the way that others perceive me, or this is not authentically me, this is just the way that I want to show up in the world, and this is what I portray to the world, but it's not ultimately who it is that I am, right? Then we start getting behind the mask. So then you want to ask yourself, like, okay, so if this is how people perceive me and it's not true, why is it that I show up that way, right? Or if this is what I put on, but it's not actually who it is that I am, what things do I need to do to actually get to that point that I'm operating at that level, right? So it's like getting behind the expectations that society puts on us, or our family puts on us, or our friends put on us, right? Getting beyond what it is that we feel that we should be, and getting back to who it is that we really want to be, right? And then you can show up for yourself every day as your biggest cheerleader, right? So I want you guys to really sit down and determine, like, how is it that I want to show up in the world? What type of person am I? How do I want to operate in certain situations? How do I want to operate at my job, right? How is it that I want to operate whenever I do extracurricular activities? How is it that I want to operate whenever I am there as a friend? How do I want to operate as a friend, as a lover, as a mother, right? And really determine those things for yourself personally, internally, not because that's what the world said. That's not because what my baby daddy said, or what society says, or my family says, or the church, or whatever religious affiliation that I am tied to. But how is it that I want to show up? What do I feel makes me a good person, right? Start to understand those things and then start to live up to and be those things, right? So that every day you can be proud of yourself. At the end of the day, you're like, you know what? I was this, and this, and these things to me make me a great person, right? These things make me a great friend. These things I feel make me a great mother, a great asset to the company that I work for, right? And every day you strive to be those things that you have set for yourself, not anyone outside of ourselves, because we have no control over anybody else but us, right? And everything that we feel, it comes from within us. We can't take on other people's perceptions, other people's expectations of who it is that we should be, but we have to create within ourselves how it is that I really want to be. Like, do I make myself proud? Do I make myself proud at the end of the day? Because oftentimes I realize that we spend so much time and energy, either number one, trying to uphold this facade that we have created for ourselves, or that has been created outside of ourselves, right? And if we created it for ourselves and if it's a facade, that means that it's fake, right? That means that it's not real, right? It means that it's something that I put on and I want other people to believe, but obviously I haven't really tapped into it and made it true for myself, right? So instead of us spending so much time and energy trying to hold on to facades or trying to put on what we feel that other people want from us, how about we put that same time and energy into actually becoming the person that we want to be? And we can only do that by really sitting down and taking inventory and determining, like, these things for me make me a great person. These things for me personally would make me feel like I show up in the world as my best authentic self, right? You know, like when I'm on my job, like, do I do X, Y, and Z because it pleases the boss? Or do I do X, Y, and Z because I know that it's what makes me a good employee? It's what makes me a good worker, right? Those things are very, very important. We really have to get down to the nitty gritty of who it is that we really want to be, right? And not be so quick to take on these facades and wear this false mask because it's like, oh, well, this is what society expects from women, so this is what I'm going to be. Nah. We breaking out of the box. This is who I feel like I should show up as in order to be a good woman, a great mother, a great friend, right? And work on those things and show up for yourself every day and be your own biggest cheerleader. Because once you determine the rules of your life, once you set the standards for yourself that you want to see yourself operate out of, then you can be your own biggest cheerleader. Why? Because you personally set those goals for yourself. You personally said, these are the things that I want to see, be, and do. And if I continue to work on the things that I have set for myself to be, then I can always be proud of myself. I got to be my own biggest cheerleader, because sometimes there's not going to be anybody outside of you to give you that pat on the back, that person outside of you to say, oh, you did a great job. But you should be saying to yourself on a daily basis, like, you know what, like, I showed up as the shit. Like, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? When you create things for yourself and you step back and you look at them and you say, you know what? I like that shit. Like, that shit hot, right? Because oftentimes we're waiting for someone outside of us. You know, we post on social media and we derive our importance. We derive our self-esteem from how many people liked it, how many people viewed it, how many people commented, right? But we have to be able to be like, you know what? I'm hot shit right now. Like, I'm hot shit whether anybody ever tells me that or not, right? And I came to that way of thinking because when I had to ask myself, like, what is the mask that I wear, right? And I started to answer that question for myself. And at the end of that internal examination of myself, like, I realized that there were certain things that I wanted to do, but I did not rise to the occasion the way that I should have. And at the end of all that, what I realized is because I felt as if, like, who would be there to be proud of me? Like, who's going to be there to say, you did a great job? You know what I'm saying? And I realized that having that feeling that there would be no one there at the end of the day to clap for me, that kind of held me back, right? So we have to get to the point where we are pushing forward to be successful, pushing forward to thrive and stride, because we see the things that we want for ourselves. And we know at the end of the day, like, man, if I get this accomplished, like, I'm going to be so proud of me. Right? I'm going to be so proud of me that I don't need anybody outside of me to say that they're proud, right? That's just a bonus. That's just a bonus, right? Everything that we need in life to succeed, to create, to set the standards that we want to see and be in our lives is within us, right? We do too much looking outside. We expect too much outside validation. And when we do that, we only set ourselves up to be disappointed, right? We only set ourselves up to struggle with our self-esteem and our value. But if you value yourself, right? If you value the qualities and the traits that you have within yourself, then you always are going to be a winner at the end of the day. You can always show up for yourself and be like, you know what? Like, yeah, like, I did that, right? And then anybody else outside of you that gives you accolades or a good job, that's just extra, right? So once you determine how it is that you want to show up in the world, how do I want to be? How do I want people to perceive me? You know, like, how do I either, number one, become who it really is that I mask myself to be, or number two, take the mask off and just be me and just embrace everything about me, flaws and all. And at the end of the day, some days we gonna be like, you know what? I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to accomplish, but that's okay, because I still got tomorrow, and then I got the day after that. And as long as every day I get up and I determine that these are the goals that I set for myself. So it's very important to, like, when you wake up and you start your day, like, determine how it is that you want your day to go for you. And sometimes you may wake up and be like sometimes me personally, I wake up and I just be like, you know what? Like, today I'm just sick of the bullshit. Like, today I'm tired of seeing the same things play out over and over again. Like, that's where I'm at today. Some days I wake up and I'll be like, you know what? I just need to cry today. I just need to cry, right? And then after that, you pick yourself up, you dust your knees off, and you be like, all right, so what am I going to do, right? Like, what am I going to do to continue to stay on my path? What am I going to do to continue to be and do all the things that I want to see myself do in life, right? The only thing that can stop us, the only thing that can hold us back is us. The only thing that can hold you back is you, right? You determine the rules for your life. You set the rules, right? You set the guidelines, right? You set the bar. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to encourage my Divine Feminine Collective to do today. I want us to take off the mask, right? Remove the facade. And I want us to show up authentically as ourselves, right? But first you got to determine, who are you, right? What makes me great? What makes me the shit? What makes me the shiznai, right? And then once you determine that, it's like, you can like it, you can don't like it, you can... Sorry, y'all, my alarm went off and it stopped the video. But yeah, so you can determine whether people, you know, you can get with it, you can get lost, right? You can agree with it or not agree with it. It really doesn't matter, because what matters most is how I feel, right? What matters most is that I did what I wanted to do. What matters most is I did what made me happy, right? So yeah, you guys, that's all I got for y'all today on this Divine Feminine Fridays. I want us to take off the mask, right? I want us to slap down the facade. And I want us to show up as our true, authentic self, our true, authentic, best self. So determine what it is that is for you. you, what that look like for you or whatever. And I want you to be that, okay? I want you to be that, and I want you to realize that, like, some days you're going to miss the mark, but that's what tomorrow is for, you know? So, yeah, y'all, I love y'all. And leave me a comment, drop me a comment. Tell me how you want to show up. How you want to show up for your truest, y'all, show me. Show me how you want to show up for your party. Show me how you want to show up for your party. Tell me how you want to show up for your party. You know what I'm saying? Share this video with your friends. Share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, what you waiting on? Subscribe, hit the bell button so you know every time I post up. And remember, I love you. Peace.